I hate to interrupt. We've lit the fires. Come on, Counselor.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here. I am Laura Spencer, campaign chairman for Councilman Justice Ward in the special election. You will all be given a text of his prepared remarks after he speaks, and of course, your chance to address your questions to him. You will also be given a statement concerning the Charles Street Foundation and its remarkable contributions to this community as well as to the city as a whole. And I'm sure you don't need to be reminded that Councilman Ward was very instrumental in establishing this foundation and in leading it through its first very challenging year in operation. So without further comment, I give you a man that I am very proud to know and to support in office, Councilman Justice Ward.
Something is amiss. Ladies and gentlemen, something is amiss. You shouldn't have to be here, and neither should I. I believe that this gathering is a drain on our energy and a waste of time that could be better spent putting our energy to a much better purpose, that being making Port Charles a better place to live for all of us.
All right.
Now, I'm here to tell you that these allegations of impropriety that have been made against me are outright lies. They are lies born of desperation. They are lies born of fear. It is a sad attempt by backroom politics at an old-fashioned smear campaign to destroy someone who is trying to effect change. Change that could diminish their power. Change which could stop this gravy train, this free ride that they've been taking at the expense of this community. See, they don't have anything legitimate on me, so what do? They propagate lies. They propagate gossip, innuendo.
Excuse me, Councilman. That's all very moving, but rather vague. Are you willing to name your detractors?
Well, Ms. Bowles, I don't think that I have to. Not if you take a long, hard look at the mayor and his city hall cronies and their record of supporting projects that are to benefit Port Charles at the expense of selling out one of the oldest neighborhoods in this city. Now, I would imagine that the mayor and his city hall boys are a little upset at me because I opposed the construction of the CS Emporium by one Damian Smith. I opposed it and I won. I'm happy to stand here before you today and tell you that Damian Smith's application for a site has been denied. Now, if we want to talk about mob connections, I think that we can start by examining very closely Mr. Smith's lineage. But you see, that seems to be all right with the mayor and company. That's all right with them. They would much rather a young rabble-rouser like myself be tossed out on his ear and he can further allow bloodsuckers like Damian Smith to feed on the life of this community. Well, I'm here to tell you that so long as I am in office, that will not happen. I take a pledge that I'm going to rid this town of vipers like Damian Smith. All right. So, how do I plan to rid this community of vermin like Damian Smith? Well, I begin with my constituents.
Including Sonny Corinthos. Excuse me again, Councilman, but it's no innuendo that you're associated with an alleged gangland kingpin.
Well, once again, I believe that the operative word is alleged, Miss Bowles.
Are you implying that you're no more guilty of the allegations against you than Sonny Corinthos is?
No, what I'm saying is that Mr. Corinthos was brought before a grand jury which found no true bill. In other words, there's no proof of any illegal connections.
But you did represent him.
I accompanied a man during his arrest to assure him in due process, much as I would for you or anyone else in this room.
Has he thanked you with a contribution to your campaign?
If you're implying that I'm on Mr. Corinthos' payroll, the allegation is false. He has not engaged me as his counsel or in any other capacity.
Yeah, but you just pledged to drive Smith out of town. Wouldn't that be advantageous to Corinthos?
Do you consider that to be a fact or an innuendo?
If Damian Smith has to face a federal investigation, aren't they likely to turn up more about his association with Sonny Corinthos?
And yours?
Look, I think that to begin
Isn't
with...
it true that your father, the late Reverend Bradley Ward, was also facing charges of corruption during his tenure of service on the city council?
My father faced allegations of impropriety.
Among them, infidelities. Isn't that so? Isn't that what made him prey to the blackmailer who ultimately caused his death?
Look, if you would like to address your questions to the issues, then I'll be happy to answer them after I finish my statement. But I am not going to allow this to degenerate.
Are you
into...
aware that the mayor has been quoted as saying that you will do or say anything to protect yourself?
Well, what the hell do you expect him to say, Miss Bowles? He's up for re-election this year. He wants me out of the picture so that I can't expose him any further.
You keep bringing up the mayor, but all I noticed was you dodging questions about your father.
You never gave me
Maybe
a chance
dirty
to
David
answer
runs
them.
in the family.
Miss Jackson, let me tell you a few things about my family.
I think we can all agree that this is no longer productive, so we will be stopping now. Thank you again for being here today. Don't forget to pick up your copies of Councilman Ward's statement on your way out. A statement that you could have heard him complete if you hadn't been so intent on crucifying him. Good afternoon.
When will Mr. Ward be returning?
Are you still sure that you don't want my help?
No, what I would like to do is drive a stake through Damian Smith's heart.
May I quote you on that, Councilman?
Boy, for a guy named Lucky, you're having a lousy day.
I don't get it. I was way ahead. Now I'm in the hole 976 bahts.
I'm afraid that's the extent of your credit. Unless you come up with dough.
Right. Well, I just need a little time. Oh, worry.
I hate to remind you, kid. It's a grown-up game. You buy in, you act grown-up. Meaning, you lose, you pay pronto. Same as we did.
Come on, Harper. You gave me time last time.
True. I didn't know I'd be encouraging a bad habit.
Wonder what Mom and Pops would say if they knew their son was welching.
Hey, I'm not
dead.
welching, okay? I mean, I lost, I'll pay, you know. My parents shouldn't have anything to do with this. I just need a little time, okay? Just need a little time.
Hey, no problemo. I will give you until 8 o'clock tonight.
How was the campaign? Did Justice knock him dead?
Oh, you know, politics, man, whatever. I'm sure it wasn't the kickoff of the campaign that they expected. But it was pretty good as a piece of theater. I'm sure we'll see it on the tube and read about it in the papers tomorrow.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Well, you must have done something right then. You know, Dad, I plan to do my part for the campaign.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I will. It's just, I just pile on the homework.
Really? Well, you ought to take lessons from your mother. She can teach you how to spread yourself really, really thin.
All right. Where's Mom now?
She's picking up Lulu next door. But as soon as they get here, I'm afraid we're going to have to dig in, do some major spin control on the candidate. Looks like a long, boring evening.
Dad, how do you go about spin control?
It's all in the wrist, son.
I might have to go out tonight, okay?
Lucky, it's a school night. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I know, actually, it's about school, Mom. Emily has the book I need.
Well, why don't you call her and tell her to have Reginald drive it over? I mean, what's a butler for, huh?
Forget it.
Hello? Yes, he is.
Is it Emily?
No, it's an adult. Someone named Harper.
Oh, Mr. Harper. Yeah, he's a teacher of mine.
Oh.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Harper.
It's after 8. Where's my money?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I may need an extension on that paper.
You think pretty quick on your feet, kid. But the only paper that interests me is the one I'm looking at. An IOU with your name on it that better translate into cash tonight.
I understand. I know. And, I know it's my responsibility, and I'll take care of it.
You got till midnight. And if you don't deliver by then, I'm afraid I'm just gonna have to come by myself and collect.